Yo, 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 what up, though? What's good? What is good? What is good? What is good? Trying to get everything situated here. Happy Monday. It is Memorial Day. Don't forget to smack that thumbs up as you enter in the building. What up, though? I think my son been down here messing with something. I don't know. But what up, though? What's good? I'm going in. I was supposed to go live like probably about an hour ago. Yup, I was supposed to go probably about an hour ago, but got caught up in some things. But what is up? I'm here now. I definitely want to go in early because I do want to watch the basketball game and things like that. So that's one thing I do want to do. I also um, I'm gonna say this. I didn't do a consultation today, but I did take in one call, a very, very interesting call. A video chat rather. I don't do the calls, I do video chats. Um because I need to get the feel, and see exactly what are your needs and wants and things like that. So that's what I did. Get that going, so we are all good on that. One of the questions I come to learn is some people actually are jumping on the I ain't gonna say the bandwagon of the on box, because it is the hottest thing out there. Whether you need it, whether you not, again, that's personal preference. But some people are actually looking um, to do other things other than just streaming. And I definitely want to talk about some of these devices out here that you might need, you might want. We have talked about plenty of boxes on this channel. Too many for me to even go down the list because it's been a lot. But at the end of the day, um, just to get the difference, what you're going to get, what these boxes can do. Is this the perfect box for you? All right. Is it the perfect box for you? Because I think now that it's so many devices out here, I believe, at least me, I can't talk for everybody. I believe unless you want a certain sound, a certain video image, um, the NVIDIA Shield, I really don't hear too many people talking about the NVIDIA Shield like we once did, because there are so many other boxes out here. If it doesn't give you, you know, that direct source, aka audio codec, video codec, right, is real, real, real close. It is very, very close with a lot of these devices. Upon us having this conversation this afternoon, a great analogy was brought up. Again, not everybody is rich. I'm nowhere near rich. I'm definitely not wealthy. Um, Too many kids, household to take care. I probably would be rich if I didn't have children and things like that. But um, you know, so many boxes do so many different things. And you may have to separate what you see out there compared to your needs. You know, um, you know, when I was having that conversation, I came up with an analogy, right? Plex versus devices such as Zidoo. I'm not gonna get into the Dune. I don't like the Dune. I can care less about the Dune. Even though they very, very similar, I just don't like the user interface. For people who may not know what a Dune device is, Dune, it is another media player, just like the rest of these streaming devices that give you the video codecs, the audio. Uh, in my opinion, at least for me, I don't like the Doom because the user interfaces. It's just not user friendly to me. All right. To somebody else, they may love it, stuff like that. To me, the user interface is just not, friendly enough. Even though I eventually got it, but it's just too many. Click this, go there, click this, get this, and then you can get your content instead of click here, pick that, boom, let's go, and it's done instead of 6, 7, 8 clicks and stuff like that. So, um, I'm only talking about the boxes that I have, and again, with the analogy, Plex is like going to a supermarket, right? You got to go and get the food. You got to, let's just use Memorial Day for example. You got Plex versus devices like Zidoo. For people who don't know, Plex is a media center, right? Plex allows you to take your content, place it on there, and you can use Plex has a media server. So of course the media server will have to be like something like an Nvidia Shield, your PC. Um, if you got the Netgear Nighthawk X10 router, you can use that. You can use mini PCs. It's a lot of. I think on the Mac side, you can use a MacBook as a Plex server. So you need something to actually the engine. You need the server. The server is like the engine. Without an engine, you ain't going nowhere, right? You're just not going nowhere. All right. So you need a server. You need some type of server that will actually get everything going. And so, again, NVIDIA Shield, your PC, your laptop, your mini PC, a MacBook, a router, those sources like that, you need a NAS, because some of y'all actually have a NAS, and you can use a NAS. Most NASs, majority of them carry a Plex media server, the engine, so everything can run it, right? And so you got Plex, which you have to build. So it's similar to you driving to the store, going to get the meat, getting the herbs and spices just in case you ain't got nothing at home, getting the little pans so you can put the hamburger hot dogs in and all of your meat in. And now you got to come home and cook it. You got to do everything to prepare for today's feast. That's what you call Plex. All right. That is what you call Plex. Because when you start a Plex, of course you connect everything through the server. But you got to go out there, you got to get the content, you got to get the items, the external hard drive, you got to get the content. You got to sit back and create the categories, separate things from folders, manage everything, make sure it's properly written, so Plex can read it and actually distribute it out to other devices, such as your cell phone, such as the ON 4K box, such as an NVIDIA Shield, because NVIDIA Shield has a Plex server and a Plex client. So all of these, you have to prepare the Plex, right? You got to go and do everything. So again, using the analogy, like you getting ready to barbecue today, you got to go out and get the meat. You got to get the sodas, the pop, the waters, because you gonna have people looking at it. Not probably not just your household, but you might share it with other family members and friends in your circle. And so that's what you do, right? That is Plex. Getting out there, setting everything up, monitoring, making sure everything is accurate, make sure things are correct, making sure all of that. Does a do is just like going out to a restaurant. You going out to Outback, you going to Texas Roadhouse, Applebee's, Burger King, whatever, right? Does a do is a device. Oh, before I get to that, and Plex is free. Plex is free, but you see everything you got to do for Plex. Well, with the Zidoo, you're gonna pay for the Zidoo. All right, the cheapest box is like 250 with tax 260 or something like that. But everything is ready to go, right? Everything is ready right off the rip. All you have to do is serve it. That's all you have to do. You just have to serve it. Unlike Plex, where you got to go out, get the meat, get the sides, the condiments, everything you need, the paper plates, the spoons, the forks, the water, the cooler. You're gonna have to get all of that prepared, all right, for this meal. Well, what does it do is saying, listen, all we need for you to do, cook it and serve it. Meaning get the contents, feed it in. You ain't got to do this, you ain't got to make subfolders, even though I think everybody should make a folder, right? Really, really when it comes to TV shows and seasons. I think each season should have its own separate folder. All right. We talked about that in the after party, just in case you might want to share a season with somebody. All right. And they are not on your Plex or definitely not going to be on your Zidoo. All right. But here's the thing, when you hooking up, your Zidoo, when you hooking it up, all you need is really two files or three. All right. A movie, TV show, music. With the Plex, you got to take care of everything. You got to do an action, you got to do a drama, you got to do a horror, you got to do a comedy, stand-up comedy. You categorize it. That's the beauty of Plex though, because you can make it look beautiful. You can have a folder strictly for your Netflix. You can have one strictly for your Marvel. You can set your Plex up where it looks very, very good, but you're doing all the work. Compared to Zidoo, you can have three folders on your external drive if that's what you're using. All right. If you're using a NAS, you can do the same thing. Again, you can have the Zidoo pull from the same source that you have your Plex pulling from. So if you got a NAS, you can have both of them pull from your NAS and bring it down. Or you can use an external drive. And if you're going to have an independent external drive, plug it into your Plex. Plug it into your Zidoo, and you can just create three folders: music, movies, and TV shows. And you can sit at your computer, and just like you feed in that Plex, you can sit at your computer and feed your Zidoo the same way. You can data transfer. It's a two-way. You can do it that way if you want, but you can sit back and get your content off of your computer and send it directly over to your Zidoo. The same way you would do it with your Plex. You know, you just sit back and data transfer and send it on over. And the thing about it is put all of your movies. Now, I encourage you, just in case you might want to go over to a Plex one day, but if you don't plan, you're not trying to get that deep into it, then you can put all of your movies in one folder. And the thing about Zidoo, instead of you sitting back creating folders or whatever, the Zidoo would take your metadata. It'll take your link and actually put it in a correct categorization, and just it'll do everything for you. It'll categorize it for you. So you could put Bad Boys with Will and Martin in the same folder with Friday the 13th. All right. And Zidoo has the technology to sit back and say, well, Bad Boy will go into the action drama and drama folder, even though it's one. It's only one movie, but it will put them in the categories for you without you doing anything. And then know that Friday the 13th is only going to go into the horror folder. All right. scary movie folder. And so when you go and you look at it, you go and you look at your catalog on your Zidoo. It'll tell you which ones goes where. It is very, very nice when it comes to the Zidoo. All right. But again, the whole difference is, you know, do you want to build this house or do you want to move into this ready-made house? Again, there's a difference. With Plex, you're going to build this bad boy yourself. You building everything yourself. It's free. If you go into the Zidoo, it's already built and ready for you. It's just waiting for you to move your your items in here. Bring that furniture on up in here. With a new house, you got to put the walls up. You got the drywall, nail it in, put the kitchen sink in, put the island in the middle of the kitchen. Throw some furniture in the dining room. Do you want carpet in the living room? Do you want to go with hardwood floors? You building it up to make it a home. Well, with Zidoo is saying, listen, come on in. We ready to go. Brand new. We take what you got and we're going to try to figure it out. Now, with both of these media centers, both of them are nowhere near perfect. Sometimes it may not read a certain film. You may have to go and get a program like FileBot, or you may have to look it up and look at it and see exactly what's going on with the file. But again, for the majority of the part, for 98% of the time, you will not have any issues with none of your metadata that you submit to Plex or Zidoo. And when I say metadata, I'm talking about your movie file, your TV show file, or your music file. It will not have anything hard. It would just read it and take it and introduce it. Both platforms look beautiful. Both of them look super, super beautiful. And again, it comes down to your personal preference. That's why I call this today's show. You need to figure out what device works for you. All right. We got and look, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me turn this on right quick. There are a couple of boxes. Like some people love live TV. Should they get a Zidoo box to watch live TV? Absolutely not. I don't think you need to go there. You just don't need to go there to watch live TV. All right. I don't expect for you to spend $250 for a box to watch live TV. It's just, I wouldn't have you do it unless that's something you want to do. Or maybe you looking at future proof saying, look, Dale, I only want to watch live TV, but I'm gonna get this box and throw my IPTV app on here and I'm gonna roll with that. I can understand it, because you don't future proofing. You're sitting around, you saying, look, not right now. It's just not meant for right now. But I think later on in the year, I'm gonna tackle, and start my own media library. I will understand that. But for the average person, they who want, just like live IPTV, you just like that, you want the best experience, they have devices for you on that. You know, you don't have to get an on box. You can. You don't have to just get a Fire Stick. You don't have to just get an NVIDIA Shield. If this is something that you like, something that you need, something that you want to take advantage of, then yeah, they have IPTV boxes. Two of the brands that I know, Formula and Buzz TV. These are both nice, companies that actually that's what they love doing. They specialize in their application for IPTV. Usually when you get a box from them, you already getting the premium IPTV application. You can side load, add the regular applications because these are all Android devices. You can do all of that. You can side load your apps. You can do all of that, guys. But they specialize in one thing and one thing only, and that is IPTV. Both brands do pretty much the same thing. Now, I know I will get a question, if not now, later in the email. Somebody's gonna say, I want a premium, a nice device, a worthy remote, which both of them will give you. Uh, something that is just pretty solid. I want to be able to use it. I want to be able to record when I want to record. I might want to watch one thing while recording another. And these devices actually, well, I don't know about the Buzz one, but I know Formula allows you to watch, well, allow you to record and watch something at the same time, watch something else at the same time. I can't remember if Buzz does it. If y'all know in there, uh, let me know. Uh, they might. I'm assuming that they can. All right. I'm just can't remember because I haven't used. I'm really waiting on this new Buzz to come out so I can actually get one and check it out. All right. That's why I really haven't been talking about the Buzz because I'm really waiting on this new box because I want to get it. I want my hands on it, and I want to just check it out to see if it's worthy, which it probably is, depending on what you want to do. But again, Buzz TV formula devices that you can get on Amazon are these devices are going to give you premium applications. And again, for user friendly, right now my needle points more towards the formula. Even though, again, user friendliness, I can get through it, but the average person is not going to be able to get through. All right. They gonna get, what is this? What is this? What is this? They're gonna get a little bit scared or don't know where to go compared to the formula. The formula just got one format. Well, with Buzz, you can go with like what, 4 or 5 different launchers that is inside the operating system. It's right there ready to go. And people get intimidated from that. Compared to just plugging a box up, connecting it to your network, your internet network, and you just looking at it and say, okay, all right, well, let me see if I put this application where it's going to go. Well, Buzz, I understand why people get a little bit nervous on that, because they give you a lot. They give you a lot. Again, it doesn't hurt me because I'm familiar with it. But to a new person, yeah, it would be intimidating. It definitely will be intimidating. It's not something that they're doing on purpose. They actually giving us more options. They saying, look, if you don't like it this way, you can choose this one. If you don't like it that way, you could choose this one. If you don't like it that way, you could choose this one. Well, the average person is just gonna be like, or they keep it at that default, not knowing that they can make it look a little bit more modern compared to classic, all of that. They may not even get to that, you know. Really, if no one's out here putting out these great tutorials that they used to back in the day. But I think all the buzz people, all the buzz fans, we're all waiting on the release of these new devices. And they have like 2 of them coming out. Again, I'm going to shoot for that black and lime green one. That's the one I'm shooting for because that's the most powerful one. 16 gigs of RAM. All right. I think 128 gigabytes of internal space. So it is really meant to do some damage. All right. But again, these devices here specializes in IPTV. Even though that new power station, it look like it's going to specialize more into higher end gaming. All right. But again, you do have these devices. you know, that you can actually use. A lot of people about to come to realize once Amazon release their devices, man, it's going to be once they go into the Linux operating system, yes, it's going to be a problem. It's definitely going to be a problem. And so we part of my responsibility is letting people know that there are other devices out here. It just depends what you want, like you the end user. If you just care about movies and TV shows, you need to get you a device that actually will cater to your needs. If you're a person that loves live TV, you need to get something that's going to cater to your live TV, something premium. All right. These little free applications and stuff like that, they good and all that. But again, when you're talking premium, that means you're getting more perks. You able to do a lot of things that people in some of these applications can't do. And it's pretty fun when you have it and you're using it and it's working for you compared to, hoping or just being able just to watch, you know, uh, you know, watch uh, IPTV. All right. Again, premium gonna give you a little bit more, and even if you get a Zidoo, I always said try to get you a premium IPTV app on it. That make it a one-stop shop. Right? Make it a one-stop shop. Get you a premium IPTV application. That way you have all the perks and you got a media player. Because at this time of age, we don't have to get 7 or 8 different movie and TV show apps as us for us. Now, for you, if you give someone a box, you give someone a box and they do what they want to do, then, I understand that you setting them up, but you as an end user, you watching me, yeah, you should be prepared to get your own. I always said get your own equipment, build your own because you're in more control of that. You don't have to sit back and wait for somebody else to upload because you could upload yourself. You can have everything ready to go, and whenever you're ready to watch it, you are ready to watch it compared to everybody else. All right, waiting on them. And then these applications go down, right? They go down. You don't know if they coming up. Cody the same way. Because there's gonna be some Cody people. Oh man, I'm gonna watch my Cody. I gotta build on Cody, this and that. And you got to wait. And the thing about it, they can cut that switch off anytime. And you come to it and you click on it and you getting that error message. But when you got your own and you got your internet, you ain't got nothing going on, you should not get anything. Ain't nothing like being able to stay down here. Ain't nothing like being able to go up in my room or in the living room and say, you know what? I'm gonna watch this new movie that I put in today and click on it. And it worked. One click, right? And it worked, and you know it's gonna work compared to clicking on a link and you think you about to watch it and something else pop up. We all been there, we all done it. But again, just different devices that you need to be aware of. Um, I would say for the average person, when you're choosing your device, you need to know exactly what you want. You need to figure out exactly what you want. You know, forget needing a device, right? You need to know your want before you pick the device. That's just the main, that's what you need. I know we're getting ready on to knock everybody. Don't nobody, if you go on YouTube right now, on is the most talked about streaming device going on right now. And it's an awesome device for the price. For the price, it's very, very nice. It is very, very nice. At the end of the day, unless you want to upgrade, because maybe you got a nice streaming device. Or maybe mom's got a nice streaming device that you got her a year or two ago. Should you upgrade her? That's something you're gonna have to sit back and think. Do I really need it? Do you really need it? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. When it comes to streaming, 2 gigabyte, 3 gigabyte really doesn't make that much of a huge difference in streaming. And I'm talking streaming. When you click that button, does it make a huge difference? And the answer is no. We done saw 1.5 gigs play 2 to 3 seconds later than the NVIDIA Shield. And so again, you got to figure out what your wants and needs are. And everybody have a device that they want. I'm telling you, I love that on box. Being able to tell it to do something, telling me the weather, all of that stuff, uh, what time it is, how far is Detroit from Chicago, stuff like that. I can use that. I can just say it or tell it to go into my Amazon Music and play such and such, whatever. Teddy Pendergrass or the Isley Brothers. That's cool. That is very, very cool. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say what you're doing is wrong. Now, if you're upgrading, that's something to think about. If you're upgrading, I'm with you all the way. But again, it comes down to what your needs are. Like I had a guy, he had sent me an email. I got to his email like 3, 4 days later. But the point is, he said, "Hey Dale, I got the Z1000, the Zidoo Z1000. Do you think I should get a on device? The new on, the $50 device." And I say, "Well, where are you trying to replace it with? I mean, what are you replacing, or are you adding it to a room?" He was like, "No, I'm gonna just go ahead and cause he using NAS. So he's pulling his Zidoo is pulling from the NAS. He got a premium IPTV app on there. Everything, that's all he needed. He got his movies always, and he got his premium IPTV app that he said he doesn't have a problem with. And he said, "You think I should get that instead of my Z1000 from Zidoo?" And I said, "Absolutely not." I say, why would you replace that higher end media player for this one? What, for the RAM? Right? You got multiple USB slots, so we know it ain't that. But he was just asking. He was just asking. And I told him absolutely not. Now, if he gonna put it in another room in his home, or you know, maybe in his bedroom, which he got an NVIDIA Shield in his bedroom. And I told him, I say, honestly, unless you just want to see the experience, you're fine. He got a Bluetooth remote. He is good to go. But he was just asking because he was curious, because the big wave was coming out. Hey, you got the ON 4K Pro. And I told him, no, you don't need it. I say, man, look, if everything is working fine, you got your premium IPTV app, absolutely not. And he was like, well, all right. He was like, thanks, Superdell. I just wanted to make sure. I say, man, you're good. You're good, you know. But these are some of the things, again, people are going to ask. Some of you creators out there, if you do YouTube, they're going to ask, should I go this route? And I think us as creators, or people who ever, do consultations and things, we have to be honest. We got to ask that question. Now, this could be their first streaming device. All right, then get it. Go on, get it. But to some of us veterans, do we really need it? Unless it's part of your business structure, do you really need another device? Again, that'll come for personal preference. And, if you want it, you can go and get it. But there's going to be, and again, I had another question thing, the same thing. Should I update? You think I need this device? And I'm like, what'd you have? I got the NVIDIA Shield. Technically, you don't need it. You want to you want to go with another, I know Android TV OS is a little boring. Yes, I know. Believe me, I know. But again, if you're not going to use it, if you just want to use it for, and the thing about it, he had his, if I'm not mistaken, he had a hard drive connected to this Shield. And he was using it as a Plex server. The external hard drive was in there connected to the Plex server. And so again, what are you going to use? What are you going to do? What is going to be pushing your server out there? Those are the questions right there. Because again, you get all of this hype, which is great hype. I'm not disputing. Listen, I'm not disputing that box. But some of y'all out here do not need or y'all don't need a new device as of yet. So it's good when you get them questions that come in saying, "Hey Dale, what do you think about this device? What do you think about this device? Should I upgrade? Should I downgrade? I'm really not using this device." I done had questions like, "Hey Dale, I'm really not liking this Zidoo box." And that's perfectly fine because y'all know how I like my Zidoo box. I change boxes like I change underwear here. Today I might, what I'm saying, watch this box. Tomorrow I might do this one. The day after I might switch up that box. The day after that's how many devices I have in my home. I can switch 7 days if I want to. Just like changing underwear. I can switch every day of the week. Whether it's Apple TV, Formula, Buzz, On, Zidoo. I got multiple Zidoo boxes. It's crazy. So I can change whenever and whatever. It's that many devices around here. I can go right down the line and just straight up take the power. I can have everything plugged up. All I got to do is take the Ethernet port out, put it in the next box, and take the HDMI out and put it in the new box. That is it. And then on Wednesday, take the HDMI out, put it in the new box, take the power out, put it in the box. I'm good. I can go right down the line. That's how easy it is. So it just comes to what type of devices you want. And believe me, man, if we got to get into specifics, I will get into specifics. But make sure you're doing your homework. All right. Make sure you're doing I know the hype. Believe me, I know the hype. I bought the hype out. I told you it was a nice device. I had it in my possession for a while now. Even with the backlit, I didn't even know I had the backlit remote because I was so much out of the loop. Found out, I'm like, hey, yeah, I got the blue one. I didn't plug it up yet because, again, coming from vacation and then got ill, I just didn't know it. But it is good to actually, look at what you got. Look at it, see what it is. But if you got a Fire Stick, this will be an upgrade. If you got just the original on 4K, this will be an upgrade. All right. But For some of y'all who got these higher ends, the Nvidia Shield, the Zidoos, you know, y'all got some of these devices that hold a special place in your cord cutting abilities, knowing that if you unplug it, it might cause some problems, you know, then you really have to take and say, hold up, do I really need it? Should I go from this device back down to this device? Even though a lot of the devices that I'm using nowadays, a lot of the devices, only one that I don't use that's currently on Google license is the Formula, the Z11 Pro and the Z Mini. All right. Those are the only ones that are not licensed that I use. With those devices, I don't look. One thing about Formula, they only got one Google license device, which I have that device as well. Um, and is plugged right here in the back. Like I said, if I turn to y'all, if y'all see what I got, you already know what it is. All right, you know what it is. So you just have to sit back and choose. Again, I know it's the wave, but I'm also looking out for y'all. I'm also looking out strictly for y'all. There's a difference between upgrading and downgrading. You know, uh, when you downgrade, that means you're going to lose something. You're going to lose something, and I would rather for you to gain than lose. Unless it's something a feature, if it's a feature you're not even using, like some of y'all got Zidoo boxes and don't even use it to its capability. It's a media player, all right, and it has a special software in there that allows you to, look at your content. It's very, very nice. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice. And I think I'm gonna start getting back into some of these other streaming devices because I don't want that to get lost in the sauce. All right. There are everybody just do not like Plex. Everybody's not gonna like Envy. Everybody's not gonna like Jellyfin. Everybody's not gonna like Cody. All right. But some people just want it the easiest way as possible. That's what they want. They look. I talked to a gentleman today, and he was like, "Look, I ain't got time for that, Dale. I need a box that's going to, when I get my content, I need to be, I want a box that's strictly for, when I push the information over there, the data over there, I ain't got to worry about nothing. As long as I see that wallpaper with that movie in there, I am done." That's what he say, listen, he placed this order today for us to do. He say, look, I want to make it as easy as possible. And believe me, I understand. I understand cold-heartedly. I understand because he always on the go, so all he need to do is come home, be able to get the information, push it over, and then from there, he done. He can go on move about his own business. All right. He can go on move about his business. Any questions on that? Because I do have one more thing to talk about. Any questions on that, guys? Because it is Memorial Day. I know some of y'all cooking, y'all still out there doing your thing. Y'all cooking and everything. Y'all done bring y'all plate home. A lot of us have to go to work tomorrow. So we don't want to eat too rough because we already know, you know, we got to go to work tomorrow. We can't come up missing. All right, we got bills to pay. What up, though? What's good? What is good? What is good? Let me see. Any questions? Any questions? He said, "Yeah, Dale. I have so many devices." He say, and more boxes keep coming. All right, thanks for the email. Do you have a video showing how to copy from the media center to the hard drive? No, honestly, and that's very, very simple. It is so, and that's why I knew you was gonna ask that question. Go back and look at that email that I sent you. I told you where to go. As soon as you go into the media center, all right. I don't have a video on it, but as soon as you go into the media center, hit the right directional on the Zidoo. Right, go into there, hit the right directional. Find out first of all, find out where once you find your content you want to copy and move to, once you find it, highlight it. If I'm not mistaken, I believe when you find your content, you can hold it and the dashboard will come up on the right side. And you can go up there and select copy and then go back to wherever you got your external drive at and put it right in there, paste it right on up in there, because it's going to say, do you want to paste it? I mean, that's pretty much what you can do is cut, copy, paste, and all you got to do is hit paste. That's why I knew that question was going to come up. But I believe once you find it, if you select it and hold it, the right side dashboard will just pop up on the screen. It's gonna just pop up on the screen, and you will see it and just copy it, and then go back to your external hard drive on your Zidoo, and then you can paste it wherever you want. Put it in whatever folder you want on your external hard drive, and you're done. And then it's gonna tell you, do you want to paste? That dashboard ain't gonna go away. It's gonna be waiting for you. It's gonna be waiting on you. Hold up, y'all. I'd be using my hand gestures and stuff like that. So, James says to do all day. Dave say, do you need Eyebrow Peterson television with 15 to 2,000 channels, or Tubi, Pluto, and an antenna? What do you really need? That will come down. What's up, Dave? That'll come down to personal preference. I can't watch Tubi, Pluto. They just don't cater to my needs. So I need some form of IPTV that shows me. I don't use it all. Again, I don't look at no HBOs. I don't look. Only thing I'm looking at is sports channels, local and national news. That is pretty much it. Every now and then I go and watch like a show like on Magnolia, Fixer Upper, things like that. Me personally, I don't use it. There's only so many channels I'm going to watch on IPTV. But some people can actually get away with Pluto. I can't do it because again, man, the news on Pluto and uh the Plex news and stuff, I don't know. It just seems like it's I don't know. Seems like it's not up to date, even though I think it is up to date, but it just doesn't capture my attention like a CNN, a MSNBC, and even Fox. Even though Fox be on some bull crap, you know, they be on some bull crap that we see some of these YouTube creators, be on. But um, that one, it just seems like it don't carry my needs per se, in my opinion, for me. So I definitely need some type of source where I can watch my sports. We all know Pluto Sports is not today the sports that we be watching, but they have come a long way. Crackle, Pluto, Zumo, all of them applications, all of those services. Uh, yeah, choose wisely. Make sure it meets your needs and desire. It's a preference. Absolutely, I agree. What's up, Cordelia? What's going on, Lady J? What's good? Trying to see if let me see. Let me see. See, I have an old version of of an app side loaded on my Fire TV box that I like better than the newer version of the app? Is there a way to move that app from Fire TV box to my on? Absolutely. DJ, I would say get you an application called Send Anywhere. All right. You can get Send Anywhere from some Google Play stores. If you can't find it, you can definitely find it in Aptoid, APK Pure. But get Send Anywhere. All right. Get Send Anywhere, and you put Send Anywhere on both of your devices. And with Send Anywhere, so you put it on your Fire Stick, right? And you put it on your new device. And what you can do is actually use Send Anywhere on your Fire TV. Make sure you have like some type of mouse toggle or something like that. But you will select that application on your Fire Stick. And once you select it, it's gonna give you a 6-digit code. And so when you get to your on device, you're gonna put that 6-digit code to receive on the on the on the on box. You're going to receive it, and it should go through with no hesitation, and you'll be done with it. Now, what I would tell you for some advice, DJ, um, you can also put Send Anywhere on your PC. What I would do, all of your applications, and this goes out to everybody. Send Anywhere is so nice, very, very, very nice. Send Anywhere works on Macs, Send Anywhere works on PCs and Android. Y'all need to get Send Anywhere and get you a PC, regardless of whatever you use. Create a special folder because it allow you. Send Anywhere will allow you to choose a folder. So make a folder, call it APKs 2024 APKs. How I do mine's, whatever month it is, or what, like say it's the last week in May. So I will create a folder called June 2024 APK. And when I put Send Anywhere on that Fire Stick or any streaming device, I select, and I'm telling you this is some things y'all gonna need as well. Get you some type of keyboard with a touchpad. For you Fire Sticks owners, you should always have one of these to make life so easy. Because that mouse toggle it is not. I don't use it. But get you a Y cable, which will power your Fire Stick. This is what you call a micro USB hub, right? Well, not a hub, a micro USB. They call it a Y. Let me see. Let me make sure. See how I be forgetting, and see by me forgetting, we'll have a YouTube creator. Oh, yeah, he couldn't even remember this. I'm just being real. That's not a shot. That is actually true statement. But it's called a micro. Oops, I'm using the wrong keyboard. Micro USB adapter. All right. This is what you call an adapter. And you can go on Amazon. For some of y'all that got them devices, you can go on Amazon. All right. I keep using it. I'm gonna say Fire Stick. You can put Fire Stick adapter, right? You can do all of that. And they got them right now. You can get 3 of these for $5.99. I'm gonna put that link out there for some of y'all. Oh man, I cannot stand when they make these big, super long these URLs, man. I cannot stand it. Hold up. Cause some of y'all definitely need these. Let me do this one. Maybe this one. They making it. Man, they making these things long. But they call it the 2-in-1 OTG. That's what they call it, the OTG. All right. These are OTG cables right here. All right. On the go. These were used when like the smartphones, the Android smartphones back in the day. But get you an OTG. That's what I was looking for. I ain't mean to say hub. You got to correct yourself before someone corrects you for you. And you say the wrong things, they're gonna make sure, yeah, and it's not this, they gonna really when they explain it. So again, the proper term is OTG. All right. It's OTG, not a hub, you know. But if you go on Amazon and put in micro USB OTG, you can get one. They got one for $5.99. They got another one for $6.99. It's just up to you. If you order today, you're a Prime member, you're gonna get it tomorrow. But check it out. They got the 3 packs, both of them. And again, always have that. Just keep them handy because you could do some things with it. But send anywhere. The reason before we get to send anywhere, the reason why you're gonna get one of these is because you're gonna take any type of USB keyboard, any type of USB keyboard dongle or something like that. You'll be able to use that. I'm telling you, it's going to make your life so much better. All right. It'll make it so much better when you have the correct pieces, these pieces, right? And so definitely do that. DJ, I'm telling you, send anywhere is your best friend. All right. You can update your applications on your devices, update your applications, right? Definitely update them. And then you can just send it straight to your PC. All right. And you'll be done with it. It will always be on your PC. And that way, whenever you need it, you will always be able to transfer. Or you can just go with it on, go get you a flash drive. Because the people who've been following me a while, this is a backup. Some people keep everything on their computer. What we have been learned, you ain't got to get nothing this big to hold you can get you a regular 16 GB to hold your applications, something like this, but you will always have your applications. Always. And that way, even if the internet is down, say internet is acting up and you trying to set up, you can go ahead, put that flash drive into that on box, and you'll be good to go. But send anywhere. Send. Like you sending somebody a note, send anywhere. Aptoid, APK Pure, they do get downloader. I just don't use anyone downloader. I don't need to use anybody downloader because I just when you follow me, I teach you how to have your own. And look, we done had what just about a month and a half ago, downloader went down again. And so again, even though downloader is a helpful tool, I just know with me, I can get everything like that. I can just plug on in and just get to going right away. I don't have to go and download this and then put in the code. Again, I'm not knocking downloader. I'm just saying in my personal preference and from my experience, there's nothing like having to sit back and wait. We done that. We done that. And that wasn't cool. See Oliver, what up, dude? Huff is in the building. What up, though? What's up, Detroit, Springfield, Massachusetts? Why the Let's Go Celtics, home of the yeah, hey, yeah, man. The way it's going, it look like it's gonna be the Celtics versus the Mavs. Look like both of them gonna have long days, a week off. Look like it a little bit over a week because the championship start. uh June the 6th. Woo, the NBA gonna lose a lot of money, boy. A lot. What's up, Rich? Oh, if he got a box, Rich, then yeah, he can do it. He can do it. But if he wanna get his stuff, all of them applications, I would say definitely get it to your PC. That way you'll never run through this again. Even if the on box, let's just say, factory reset itself. If he got it on the flash drive on his PC, he should be able to get to it. Yep. OTG. Thanks, Big TC. Thank you. Superdell, should I upgrade from a Z20 to a Z1000? I upgraded from the Z9X to the Z 20 Pro. Before I would use Send Anywhere to my Z9X with content. That's what's up. But you saying should you upgrade from the Z20 to the Z1000? I would say no. I would say no. You don't need to upgrade. You don't need it because look, those devices pretty much are similar, right? They're very, very similar. Um, I don't believe you need to upgrade. Honestly, when you put them side by side, I don't think you need one. I mean, that Z1000 is just a very nice looking device. And I think when you have that in your living room, it just looks so nice. Really, if you got your because the average television is black, right? The bezels black, all of that. And if you whether you got it hanging up on the wall or whether you got it on a TV stand, it just look nice. Long as you got the right setup, it just looks very, very beautiful. And so um I done saw the Z1000. I saw the Z22, but that 1000 looks beautiful. But I just don't think you need to upgrade because you already got a internal drive. You got an internal drive already. So I think you'll be good to go. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think you need to. Geo say off topic, question on a NAS drive. Can you mix hard drives like 4 and 6, or does it have to be the same? Yeah, you can mix them, but just know I wouldn't do it. And the reason why is one is gonna have to be the master, the other one's going well, hold up. You can to answer your question, yes, you can. You can mix them. All right. But now, if you're depending on what you talking, if you're talking about media content, you storing your movies and TV shows, your music and stuff like that, I would suggest that you make them, you know, get the same one because you may forget, outgrow, you know, you might have that 6 terabyte, right? And remember, as you building, say that 4 terabyte is supposed to cover, right? I don't know. Depending on how you use your NAS. I don't know how you're going to use it. But yes, can you mix? Yeah. But remember, one is going to outgrow the other. All right. So I would suggest that you just use the same one. Unless you just gonna use slot. If you get a 2 bay, one is for your 1080p movies and 720s, and that other one, maybe you getting the 6 terabyte strictly for your 4K. You can do that. You can absolutely, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. But when it comes to transferring information going back and forth, there may come a time where something is not going to work properly. So you just got to be careful with that, as far as saving. I would say you can do it, but in time, you definitely need to get everything on the same page. You definitely should get everything, that way 6 terabyte, you have a backup as 6 terabyte. Unless you're using them independently. If you're using them independently, you'll be fine. Just make sure you got a backup. Let me see. Who we got? Sean say, can you show how to make folders in a Zidoo? You said seasons should be separate. All my shows and movies are together. So, Sean, what I'm talking about on how I do, and there are many ways that you can do this, Sean. And for people who may not know what a Zidoo is, let me show you what a Zidoo is since we've been talking about, I keep going to the wrong keyboard. Zidoo. All right. Let me get into this right here. Let me show y'all this. Let me go to share my screen. All right. Let me see. So this is what we're talking about, Zidoos right here, right? These are the Zidoo. You got the Z9X Pro. This is the smaller one for 250. You got the Z20 Pro, all right, which is 369. This one comes with an internal drive. It comes with an internal slot, not an internal drive. So don't think if you get this bad boy and you gonna get a drive. You get an empty drive. You get a slot where you can put a drive in. Disc are separate. All right. And they got the Z2000. These are some of the latest ones right here that you can get. And again, they pretty much do the same thing. Uh HDR, I mean, very, very nice devices. Super, super nice. Let me see, what was that? I think there was something called, I think it was Futega, something like that. I think Futega or something like that. Oh man, I keep going to the wrong one. I think it was Futega. Oh, Futega. Hold up, guys. Let me see something right quick. I know you Futega. I always get this website. Oh, I was Futeco. All right, I got it. All right. These right here, let me do this right quick. All right. And I will give you, for anybody who want to learn any type of information, please go here. All right, on these devices. I just put the link, but it is futeco.com. FUTEKO.com. As you see right here. All right, you see it, that word right there, FUTEKO.com. Again, these are all the Zidoo devices. All right, all of them looking good. All right, and so again, this is the smallest one right here, but you got some. Look, I had this device. Y'all can. I'm not gonna mess with it. Doom devices is just different a little bit. I ain't gonna say they different. It's just not. I like user friendly devices more than anything. But you got the Z9X Pro, which is very nice. The Z20 Pro, which I have. I have this one. I also have the Z 20. No, the Z10, if I'm not mistaken. All right, I think that was what it was called. But I have this one, and I got the Z1000. That again, that's the older model, but this one as well. But the thing about it, when we click in here, it's very, very nice. Again, you got all the bells and whistles behind it. Super, super nice. And again, the remote control come with Dolby Vision HDR 10 Plus. And again, one opens drive slot. But it's very, very nice. All of them are pretty much the same, except for this one. This one, you got to hook up the Z9X Pro. Z9X Pro. All right. So these are the devices we're talking about. And very, very, again, this device will help you if you want to get into your own media library. This bad boy is amazing. From playing pretty much any format, 4K looks beautiful. And depending on your television, if you have a mid to a higher end television and the black is black, the red is pure red, the yellow is yellow, the white is white. I ain't talking about that ashy white. All right. I'm talking about so white. It's so white that in the morning when you first get up and if they showing snow, you like this. Like God, it's that bright. That's when you know you got a nice one. And the black is black. Another way you can do it, to know if you got a real great television that shows beautiful colors, go to YouTube, do one of them 8K videos where they pouring paint or showing some birds, some animal lives, and everything is just good. When it shows black, you ain't got no pixelation or it doesn't look ashy a little bit. When it's black, it is just pure black. All right. That's when and you looking at that color. I guarantee you're going to be like, wow, wow. And so to answer Sean's question, how I do mine, right? I create a folder on Zidoo. All right. Well, I don't do it anymore, but when I had my folder, when I had my external drive connected to my Zidoo, I did when I had it connected, I created 3 folders. One for movies, one for TV shows, one for music. In the movies, I just fed it anything. Anything. I ain't care what it was. That's just how I fed it. And it categorized everything for you. All right. And so again, we're talking about these devices right here. These devices right here would take, again, like this device right here, even though it doesn't have any, all right, you see it got one USB drive right there. And again, we're going to go front, and then it has a couple of USBs right here. And again, it got the little SATA over here. As you see right here, got a little SATA. So if you got a drive that uses SATA, you can do that as well. All right. But again, you got all the bells and the whistles right in the back. You got a USB, a gigabyte port. So this is gig port. And you got a USB right here. All right. Straightforward. And you get this remote control. All right. But again, all I did was plug my external hard drive into this USB 3.0. And on that USB drive, on that external hard drive, on the external hard drive that I had connected to this device, all I did was create 3 folders on that external hard drive. Movies, TV shows, music. Again, I threw the music. With the movies, I just threw them in there. And Zidoo, this device right here, it categorized everything for you. You ain't got to do nothing. It does it on its own, right? It'll create a folder strictly whatever's action. Whatever horror, comedy, it does everything for you. It selects the movie in the proper genre. For TV shows, again, I have one folder with TV shows. But when I go inside that folder, if I'm working on a season 1, say I'm working on Martin, and I create a folder called Martin, season 1. I do everything independently. All right. So I have a folder. I don't just create a folder called Martin and put all 6 seasons in there in that one folder. I don't do that. You can do that. I don't do that. The reason I don't do that, because someone may say, hey, Dale, do you got Martin's? I got Martin season 1, season 3, season 4, but I don't have season 2. I already got a folder set up. So I create Martin season 1 in a dedicated folder inside TV shows. So again, I have a folder on my root right there. Movies, TV shows, music. I go into TV shows. Martin season 1. I throw everything in there. Bag out. So I'm only seeing Martin season 1. Right next to Martin, I'm going to have Martin season 2. Put all season 2 in there. Back up. So now I'm seeing Martin season 1, Martin season 2, I create a folder. Martin season 3. Throw everything in there. I'm in Martin season 3. Remember, once everything's in there, I hit the back button. Now I'm seeing season Martin, season 1, 2, 3, and so forth. BMF. All right. I'm using just TV show. So now that I'm seeing Martin season 1, season 2, season 3 to season 6, now I'm getting started on my BMF. I create a folder called BMF season 1. I go in there, I send everything over into BMF season 1. Once everything is in there, I bag up. So now in TV shows, when I'm in the TV show folder, I'm seeing BMF season 1, Martin season 1, Martin season 2, Martin season 3, season 4, Martin season 5, season 6. You see how I'm doing it now, Sean? That's how I do it. All right. That's how I do it, because I know, like, someone might, like Bo might say, hey, Dale, you got them season 2. Well, instead of me putting everything, in like, instead of mixing season 1 and season 2 in the same folder, I keep them separated, because I know, like, Real to hit me, like, me and the Real, we done exchange stuff. Hey, Real, you got this? Oh yeah, I got it. And she go and get it. And it's ready. And if she needed anything, hey man, you got, The Shy season 3. She may have all the other seasons, but season 3 mistakenly disappeared. Got deleted. Instead of me going into all of the Shy, right, and going into the Shy folder and seeing all the Shy season 1s, now I got to copy all of this. Why not? I can just copy the folder. I make it as easy for me. But even though I do see people, the Shy, and when you go into the Shy folder, they got everything categorized right, but everything is in that one folder. I give every season their own folder. It's not like that folder is taking up any room. I like to keep mine separated just in case. Just in case. I might have a cousin who don't have internet, right? I may have a cousin that right now may be down on their luck or anything, right? And don't have internet. I can copy all of Ghost season 1 through season 5. he or she may say, hey, man, I ain't saw Ghost since season 1. I would love to catch up. I can get a flash drive and give them the seasons. That way, when they plug it up to the back of their TV, they can go right in and say, you know what? Oh, I did see season 1. I can go straight to season 2. Oh, I saw this. I thought I didn't see it. And that way they know exactly where they're at. They can say, oh shoot, I saw season 2, episode 3. I can start right here at season episode 4. I try to make it as, simple, but that's the way I do it. But you got other people, they put everything. As long as it's categorized right, it's written right, you'll be good, Sean. That's what I do. That's just something I do. All right. And there are others out there that do it that way as well. So hopefully that helped. Let me see. There off topic on the Nas. Can you? Oh yeah, I did answer that. All right, so I did do that. But I do it that way because, again, that's just what I do. Man, this thing keep picking up my finger gestures and everything. Sorry about that, guys. Question: what are the expectations of the new incoming Buzz Power Station available next month? Cyborg. They say they're going to release it. We don't know when Buzz. Buzz done delayed this thing at least 4 times already. Hopefully they release it where we can get our hands on one. The expectation is the power of it and what it's capable of doing. I think they're going to gear it. Um, to me, it's geared towards the NVIDIA Shield. To me, just looking at the specs and all of that, looking at the power, they say this is going to be a very powerful device. They said this is going to be the most powerful Android device we have. That's where it's geared towards, just like that on 4K Pro was geared towards them Fire TV Sticks 4K. It was geared towards the 4K Max, and it was definitely going after the Cube. It was just the ultimate Fire Stick killer. All right, for a budget device, that's what it's geared towards, in my opinion. In my opinion. Top Cat, what's up, baby? Big salute to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see you up in here, lady. Lady J. What up, though, Huff? Well, who all up in here? What up, though, Kenyon? I see you up in here. What up, though? Yeah, I don't suggest that you mix them. I definitely don't suggest that you mix them. Yep, I don't, because this is gonna be a problem. TC is a cable company called Sonic. It's fiber. You know what Comcast is? Is it fiber good? I mean, fiber is supposed to be the latest and greatest thing smoking. All right. It's supposed to be to me, I compare fiber to like Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 7. It's supposed to be a little bit more stable. Um, supposed to be a lot more stable. But if you're gonna have problems with internet, you're gonna have problems with internet. I do have family member that was that's still in a new subdivision. They actually had Comcast fiber, and of course, oh man, fiber. Don't get caught, Big TC. Don't get caught up in these special terms and stuff like that. Fiber, of course, they give you the equipment that can carry more data, but don't get caught up in it. Um, it's just a term, uh, you know, uh, that they throw out there. AT&T is doing it as well. Oh, we got fiber, and if you go, you just want stable connection, right? You just want your internet to be up and going. When you call for it to work, it need to work, right? That's the whole thing about the internet, right? Uh Fiber, I mean, as long as it's stable, is up, you're good. But don't think because you got fiber that it's just going to be superior than everything and you never going to be offline. Nah. Because I heard, hey, that's the first thing my cousin said. Oh, man, we got fiber. I'm like, okay. Oh, man, we get a gig. Okay. I'm like, because you get gig, what does that mean? Tell me what you think it means. Oh, man, that means it's faster. What are you doing? Oh, man, we watching Netflix, and so you got fiber, you got a gig just to watch Netflix. Like, so just don't get caught up in all of the little terms, right? Because all of these internet companies, whether you got fiber, whether you on legacy, maybe you just on a regular line that give you 6, 7, 8, up to a gig, just know uh it's internet, right? And I just believe stability, it might be a little bit more stable, but things can happen. All right. Things can very well happen. So it's not it's supposed to be, but I don't put nothing past none of these companies. All right. If they want to throttle you, they'll throttle you. Whether you got fiber, traditional, a little bit more modern, legacy. And when I say legacy, I'm talking about that old stuff, man, that they ain't even came through some of these older neighborhoods and done anything, right? Done nothing. And so, and I tell you, if I'm not mistaken, I just think within the last 10 years, there was a I used to work at Comcast. We were a dual system. So instead of us using a one cable line, our lines were dual. And I just think within the last 10 years, and I could be wrong, they just got up out of the dual. They just literally got up out of the dual system. Yep. And so I worked from them from 2000 to 2006 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Well, no, 99, nope, 2000 to like 2005, 6, somewhere around there. I think it was 6. And so again, you know, that's how it is, you know. They was doing it. You had to, in order to be successful, you had to run a dual cable. It was a dual cable. Instead of the one, it was 2 cables. And up on the pole, you had 2 different taps. And you used to have to separate the wire and put one on the A side and on the B side. And you will hope that you can just go straight from the pole, hook that bad boy, and run into the house. But sometimes, man, you had to go way down, 2 or 3 houses down, and do a mid span. And man, if it was raining or if it was snowing and that moist get on that cable, making that bad boy heavier, woo! I'd rather, man, TC, just don't get caught up, TC. Don't get caught up, man. What else we got? That's what's up, Matthew. Thank you, no problem. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yup. Sean said, I got fiber 1,000 up, 1,000 down. That's what's up. Yeah, that's why I don't get caught up in all of the little special terms, right? Because they hit us. Oh my man, the way they and look, there was a video I watched on YouTube, and the dude he said, yeah, certain things that they use, certain tactics that they use to get our attention. And if you go back, I still got my internet, my cable modem box over there, and they use up to 2 times faster, and they use the number 2 and the X up to 2 times faster. On the box, you like, okay, I can get on the box. You like, oh, I can. That 2 times faster is where it's at, right? That bad boy, where is that? But the key word is up to. Right? Up to. They letting you know, hey man, we ain't saying you gonna get it, but what does when you can get up to, you know? And but it says it in small print, but it says you can get it says in regular little small print, you can get up to, but it got the 2 and a X faster. That one was bold. That one is bold. So those are the things I tell, when I'm kicking in, I'm doing my consultation. Those are things I tell people to look for. And I'm gonna see if I see it up in here. Let me do a search right quick before we get up out of here. Modem. I'm gonna say all right, let me see. Let me see. Aries modem. ARRIS. I'm gonna see if the box. Trying to see if I can find a box. And it's crazy. It's crazy how they get us, right? I just found this one. All right. And they'll do something like this, right? I don't know if y'all can see it, but they do stuff in big words, right? I mean, big, bold, 1.4, right? 30 times. To the average person, you looking like, oh, shoot, this is what I'm going to get. I'm going to get 1.4. You know what I'm saying? Oh, 32 times 8. They will hit you with some of this, like they put it in red. 1 gigabyte Ethernet port. Eliminate, well, this is good. They need to put that on there. Eliminate monthly rental fees. That's true. 2-year limited warranty. But my box used to sit back and say, and it said up to, like where this is at, up to 2 times speed or something like that. But this is what they get you. And some people actually, man, y'all ain't even getting 100 megabytes. And you think when you buy this, you're gonna get 1.4 gigs. So what I do, I try to educate people and let them know like what you're getting, how much you're paying for. Like a lot of y'all don't even know your internet speed, right? You don't know what you're paying for download, and you don't know what you're getting for upload. Even though you paying for 500 megs, when you do a speed test, you only getting about 60 because you got that old equipment in your house, but you paying for 500 gig. Some of y'all need to do your internet speed test. Some of you need to call your internet provider, whoever giving you internet. Call them and say, what am I paying for? AT&T is good for this. AT&T would tell them, oh, you get the fastest speed. And so when I used to talk to people, they'd be like, oh man, I'd be like, hey, what are you paying for? What are you downloading your upload speeds? What you paying for? Oh, I don't shoot. They say I got the fastest speed. Huh? And I had somebody that was straight up paying for 200. No, was it 300 mega? Was it two? Were they paying for 200? And literally, the person was only getting like 28, 29. I bull crap you not. Megabits, I bull crap. Man, I'm telling you, they were playing for, and I'm sitting back like, wow. And come to find, the equipment was so old, but he been paying, and they never sent anyone to his house to replace it. And he been paying, I think he been paying for over a year. And I'm like, hey man, and his internet was going in and out and stuff like that. I said, man, you got this old equipment. And the lady told, oh no, you do this. And man, next thing you know, at the end of that call, because I was on the phone with him, oh, we got to send a technician out. The technician can't come out for 2 or 3 days after he caught up with it. So yeah, it's crazy. Top Cat, salute, 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 salute. Let me see who else up in here. Let me see. Yeah, it be like that. It's gonna go up and down, Sean. What shoot? Tomorrow you may come in. Shoot at 7 o'clock in the morning. That bad boy be at a gig. On down, it might be at 9, high 9s and stuff like that. But it's still good. You say Sonic is offering 10 gigs for $50 a month. Comcast is a month, both unlimited. You say Sonic is offering 10 gigabytes for 50? Well, depending, I mean, that comes down to you, Big TC. If you're going to be watching a lot, if you're going to be streaming a lot, you better go with that unlimited. And depending on your competition, I don't know. It look like Comcast got it set in stone. I don't know. See, here we got Wild Spectrum and AT&T, so it's competition out here. Yep. So, but again, we gonna get back into this. What's up, Odell? Most ISP going up $5. Hey, yeah, Don. They said between 5 and 10. Yep. They announced that on the news yesterday. I actually saw it. I actually said it in a consultation. Yep, they all going up. Say yeah, but limited. Any more things? Hey, I do want to talk to y'all about this, right? Honestly, I do. Nas versus Das. Before we get up out of here, a lot of people going to be asking questions when they talking about starting their own media library. Everybody's going to be having that question. We done talked about this a few times. Nas, like everybody's shooting for a Nas and stuff like that. I'm here to let you know that everybody don't have to go for a Nas. There's something that's called a direct attached storage, a DOS, that will do the same thing as a NAS, and you can turn it, which is way cheaper, right? Way cheaper for what you want it to do. All right. You can actually turn a DOS, which I know I got mine. Oh shoot, I got some stuff sitting on mine. I got a DOS right here. The difference between a DOS and a NAS is the one you're going to plug into your router or network switch that's connected to your router. A DOS is USB. That means you can plug that bad boy into your NVIDIA Shield. You can plug it into your Zidoo. You can plug it into your router and turn that DOS into a NAS. When you plug it into your router, most routers have what? USBs. And that's all you got to do is go into your router settings and actually turn on or open that USB so it can recognize your DOS. and you'll be able to sit at your computer and send content from your computer wirelessly. It can transfer going back and forth. You can send data to it and go back and forth. You can also pull from it and send to it. It'll be on your network. So basically, again, any USB, you can connect a flash drive. Once you turn on that flash drive, you connect it to your router. That flash drive is now a network attached storage. It is a NAS, right? You can connect an external hard drive to your router. You open them ports, an external hard drive. You can turn your external hard drive into a NAS. That's all the NAS is. It's just connected through your network. The only way it get connected through your network is going through a router. And we're going to talk more about that because I don't want people out here spending a whole lot of money when they don't have to. Again, a DOS, a direct attached storage, and it has some of the same features. A lot of people use, in our world, we use a NAS to what? Put our media on there, our movies and TV shows, so we can have the Zidoo pull from it, and we can have, you know, our Plex pull from it, our MB pull from it. We can do all of that. We can set it up just like that. So easy to do. It's fun. But the thing about it is, you got a device. You can get you a DOS, a two-way, a two-bay DOS for under $100. And it can have the RAID in there, RAID 0, RAID 1, RAID 5, and 10. So you can have it back up what needs to be backed up. You can do that. And so a lot of us, and I'm saying us as all, we only use we don't use it to our fullest capability. We don't. Man, it's so much with that NAS, man. It's so many things you can do with it. You can do a lot with it. But a lot of us are not doing it. We just using it to do movies. And if I would have thought earlier, I would have got a nice little DOS. I bull crap you not, because I don't use the NAS for everything. I'm not in there starting no Minecraft servers and got this going on, got that going on. Even though in the future I'm thinking about doing something like that. But for right now, I'm not starting no websites on it. I'm not doing none of that stuff. But if I known what I know now, I would have got a direct attached storage for $100 compared to spending $400. And I would have just got my disc right there. I would have got my disc, because you're going to save. I'm telling you, there's a difference with the saving. At the end of the day, you just want this bad boy to play. And it's going to play the same. Look, I done did it. I done it. I don't really see a difference. I've done it. I don't see a difference. And that bad boy, you can have that bad boy right over there at your router. And because once you connect it to your router, now you got a URL. You got some numbers that you could connect to get to that DOS and put your movies and TV shows right on there, sitting at your computer, just like all the rest of us do. So you can save a good $400 or $500 and get you a DOS. Again, it's called a direct attached storage. You can get you one for either, you can get you a decent one from under 100. Now you might hear some little humming noise. If you into that, if that's going to mess with your ears, then you might not want to. You might have to spend a couple more dollars and get one that don't make noise. All right, depending on where you at, depending on where you at, you might hear something that's zzz. But now, if you got it in your basement and you way up on the third floor, it's not gonna bother you. But say if you in a apartment on the same floor, you might it might mess with you. I don't know. So you're gonna have to sit back and pick and choose which one you want. Do your research on it. But I'm telling you, I'm just giving you some ideas. That way you ain't out there spending $500, $600, $700 on something that you're going. That I'm telling you, it's very, very similar to what we did with the NVIDIA Shield. We used the NVIDIA Shield just to stream movies and TV shows. That's what we used it for. And we don't even use it. You know what I'm saying? So again, we gonna get more into that because I don't want that to be lost in the sauce. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna have pictures up. I have so much on here. I just don't want to get lost with all of this, these when it comes to movies and TV shows, Nas versus DAS, the streaming devices versus streaming devices, as you see now. I don't want, because we got a new device that's doing great, that is awesome. I don't want you to sit back and say, I'm gonna just get it just to be getting it, when you can put that money towards something else. Because everybody doesn't need it, unless you out there doing your thing and you want to give away some presents, right? I don't want y'all to be out there spending money. What's up, T Neil? What up, though? What's good? You say all you got is Comcast. Man. So that's why they got it as 129 for unlimited, because they know it ain't no competition out there. What up, Efren? I ain't gonna say Happy Memorial Day, man, because people lost their life, but yeah, Memorial Day, man. People lost their life and stuff like that. Hey, look, they actually had a guy, and the thing about it, because I used to be like, hey, Happy Memorial Day, but then a guy, no, his wife, a guy lost his life, like some years ago, and people was coming up to her like, and it was a time when she was sad. She lost her husband and got 3 kids that she had to raise on her own, and yeah, hey, Happy Memorial Day. And it was a time to remember, and she had tried to make herself busy that day because it was a holiday and stuff like that. It was just on the news too. And I said, dang, that do make sense. Not everybody want to hear happy on that day, because there's a lot of sad people out here. So I'm not saying that to you, Efren, but I'm just making a point. That's what I saw on the news today. She was like, I don't know why we put happy in front of, because it's not a happy time for me. I'm like, oh. I said, oh man, dang. And they had a discussion about it on the local news. And yeah, everybody, just like I say, yeah, damn, that is true. So I say, man, that was all this years, all last year. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. You know what I'm saying? Happy Memorial Day, But it really supposed to celebrate the life of our soldiers that we lost. And so a lot of people don't be happy on this day because they don't want to remember that, how they lost their loved one, in the service, in the U.S. Armed Service. So yeah, it is crazy, man. It is crazy. It is crazy. And I was like, man, and I was one of the main ones. Hey, on Facebook last year, Happy Memorial Day. It popped up on my feed today. Happy Memorial Day. We about to eat, and man, I was like, gosh. Uh yeah, you say what's the best internet service for the internet service? I don't know what's the best. I mean, I couldn't tell you. My internet service, both companies was good. So I had Spectrum and I had Wow. So both of mine's been good as far as internet. I don't have any issue with no type of browser on the OM 4K. None of that. So I don't know. It really depends on your internet right there. And you say I'm Navy retired, so Memorial Day isn't absolutely. And look, the way she explained it, she say this is one of the worst days because everybody be like Happy Memorial Day, and she lost her husband. I'm like, gosh, I say, woo, that kind of struck wrong right there, and then they had a discussion like, is there another word we can use, or just, hey, a lot of people got the day off. It's just Memorial Day, stuff like that. So yeah, yep. So let me see. You should be able to get any browser you want. Any browser will work, whether it's Chrome, Silk, Brave. All of them will work. Yep, all of them will work. Yep. You just got to see which one is right for you. Well, all of them work. And this is not a shot at Efren, because I did the same thing. I just realized it today. So don't be Efren, don't feel bad, because I was the same way. I probably would have been saying Happy Memorial Day right up there, and while I was Happy Memorial Day. But then sometimes you get educated. You can't get Silk, then go to get Aptoid, go on there, get a browser, get Aptoid, or you can go on your computer and sideload it over there. You can sideload any APK over there, WTF. Any of them. Sometimes you're going to have to think outside the box. Remember, the Google Play Store on some of these devices are very, very limited. And so you're going to have to think of other ways to actually sideload applications onto this device. You can go to APK Mirror. You can go to APK Pure. You can go go on your phone. You can go on your phone and use the Explorer app and send it over. You can download Silk onto your smartphone if you have Android. Let me say, you got to be clear out here in these YouTube streets. You got to be clear. But just like megabytes, megabits, y'all know, I probably said megabytes throughout the show. Yeah, internet megabits. You know what I'm saying? So again, sometimes we misquote. Y'all be knowing what I'm talking about though. But sometimes you got to think another way, right? If it's not in the Play Store on the device, then definitely get on your computer. Get on your computer and go to APK Pure. Put Aptoid on your PC, and you can download that way. You can download apps that way and then side load them over there. So that's the only thing about it. And look, WTF, I ain't even looking at the chat. You probably said something, but you probably knew, but just forgot. We all forget. Hey, look, I had LJ. LJ hit me up yesterday, right? And LJ, and I know LJ know, but we're human. And LJ say, hey, Dale, he told me what was going on. I say, hey, no, that sounds like it's something going on in the area, you know. But he asked him, he was like, but how can I? And he just had a brain. He couldn't remember. And as soon as I said it, he's like, man, you're right. And look, sometimes I will call them. I will call one of them and be like, hey, man, how you do this? And they be like, yeah, you do this. And once they get to talk, oh, man, I forgot. You're human. So that's all you got to do. Just think outside the box. But sometimes, yeah, come ask that question. Send that email. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, because our mind be so much like this now, trying to remember so much of everything that you will forget the simplest things. That's why I never get on here and think I'm bigger and better than anyone, because sometimes we forget. Sometimes you forget. I'm human. I'll tell you in a minute, man. Megabytes, megabits. I tell you, I'm like, hey man, listen, I can't remember. I know you can do it. I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. You got iPhone, yeah, man. You gonna have to let me look down here. You gonna have to, hey, that's why, hey, you got to be able to he said, Von said, I got Von, me and you in the same boat, man. I'll be able to write everything down. All right. But it's called APK. You can go to APK Pure. You got APK Mirror or Aptoid. Aptoid. You can do it from there. Yep. But I will tell you this, WTF. If I was you, get you you can get you a nice little cheap, if it's in the budget, get you a nice little a lower end like Samsung tablet. Go to Best Buy, get you a lower end. Don't get one of these off brands that you never heard of. Go get you an off brand tablet. I mean, not an off brand. Go get you a Samsung, a lower. I think they got something like a A9. That'd be like $100 and something from like Best Buy and stuff like that. And they throw them Samsung tablets on sale all the time. I suggest that you get one and have one. That way you'll be able to test out a lot of apps before you send them to your device. That's one thing I learned. That's one thing I learned. I wouldn't go with an Amazon. Go with something because Amazon is going to be limited. You know, if you get you an Amazon tablet, because it's using the App Store, there's no guarantee that all the apps are in the App Store. Well, when you get a Samsung tablet, you pretty much got the Play Store that is you got the Play Store that is on smartphones instead of streaming devices. But try to get that, and I'm telling you, it's going to help you out a lot. And when you want to test out an application, instead of sending it to your device, you can play with everything right there on your Samsung. And this goes for anybody. Get you something that you can sit back and play with, and instead of waiting to get and see if that's going to work on your streaming device. If you need a full Google Play Store, you can get it from there. So when you got Brave or something like that, when you go and look up an app like Send Anywhere, you look up an app called Send Anywhere, and it's not in the Android TV OS Google Play Store, and it's not in the Google Play Store, then you can sit back and just pick up your tablet, like, you know what? Oh, they're gonna send anywhere, and then go ahead and send it on over. I'm telling you, that's one of the best things to do. That way you can see, you can play, you can see the difference between the apps compared to on a tablet, then on a streaming device, things like that. It's really neat. No problem. Yep. And you do, I'm telling you, is one of the best. That's what even when I go upstairs, I got a Chromebook. All right. Look, it's a Samsung. I think I paid like $300. I don't had it for like a couple years now. But you can even get a Chromebook. But Chromebooks are limited too. That's why I say I would go with a little cheap, lower end Samsung, because you got a device that's gonna get updates and things like that, and it's gonna be around. You'll be able to use that tablet 3, 4, 5 years down the line. It's still gonna work. It's still gonna work. And now it might be a little slow compared to some of these other devices, um, tablets and stuff like that. But what do you expect from $100 tablet compared to 6, 7, 800 tablets and stuff like that? So, uh, Great question. What's the best option for live local channels if you can't put up a TV antenna? Get the application. So when you're talking about live local, I'm assuming maybe you're talking about your local news and stuff like that. Because almost anything you can get, I ain't gonna say almost anything, because depending on what it is, um, you can for your news. For me, on my devices here, I use my local app. So Fox 2 Detroit, WDIV, which is channel 4, ABC is channel my ABC is my channel 7 news. So I get those. As far as like you trying to watch some local content, far as like some talk shows and stuff like that, it's gonna be a little bit tough. It's gonna be a little bit tough. Um, if you do get an IPTV service, hopefully they got, many local channels and stuff like that that you can use, even though it's in a whole nother city. But for live, you can, I mean, if you need to see your news, then definitely go with the apps. No problem, no problem. I mean, Sling TV, I don't know if they give you the local. I don't know. Maybe they do. I'm not familiar. But if they do, then you should be good. But for my local news, I definitely at times when the local live IPTV is acting up, I go right to my application, and they is right there. They showing the live news and everything like that. Yeah, they've been doing it. I don't know if they're gonna be there next year though. Is it? I don't know, cause Bally is getting ready to fold. So, but yup, that's who's streaming. That's where you get them at on Bally's. Yup, in Detroit. Yup. So Sling TV doesn't have locals. Yeah. So again, for news, you good. If you need some content, you're trying to watch General Hospital on CBS and all that stuff, then yeah, you're gonna have to find a way to download something, to find some type of site that specializes in that. I'm quite sure it's out there. Everything is out there. You just have to find out and see exactly where everything is at. You say what browser is your go-to on the streaming device? I really don't use a browser on my streaming device, but if I did, there is one that I use that let me see. Let me see if I got it on this device. There is one that I actually use that I think is pretty neat. I don't know if I put it on this one yet. Oh, it might be right here. Hold up. I know I think Open TV browser. All right. I know they're pretty solid as well. It's called Open TV browser. I'll show it to you right quick. Make sure I ain't got nothing crazy on here. All right. So I ain't got nothing crazy. So this is the one that I use right here. Again, this is Open TV browser, and I'll show it to you right now. And there you see it right there, Open TV browser, which is right here. You see it right here. All right. Open TV browser. This one right here that you see right there. So it's pretty solid, straightforward. Again, when you go over here, you can, of course, you can put in the URL. You got your home, so it tells you what's going on in the world. So it kind of keep you up to date on that. Then you got your popular. So you can go into different ones, Duck, Duck, Go, and all of that. Social media, which I don't own it. I really don't put my social media on there, but there's some people that do it. I don't do it. But you see, it gives you all of your entertainment and stuff like that. Pretty solid though. Pretty solid. Um, they do give you the news. Again, we went through that. Your movie and TV shows, so you can get all access to everything. All right. So you see, you can go on up in there and check some stuff out. So like if I went into Tubi, I select Tubi, and of course it'll go to Tubi. Either you can sign in or you can just start watching stuff like that. So I think that's pretty neat, right? So I'm gonna hit go back. Exit rather. Exit. And it takes you right back out. So pretty solid. But everything you have right here, everything you need, your direct TV and stuff like that. It does give you some form of anime. I don't watch anime, so I couldn't tell you. And then you are bookmarks. So again, like if I was to go up here, let me just say, let me do this. Let me do this right quick. I'm gonna show you something right quick. Let me go back in. So if I was to go to DuckDuckGo, right? Let me see. And you see how I got this little mouse toggle and stuff like that? I never liked that mouse toggle. I use this bad boy right here. All right. That's what I use. All right. But let me do this right quick. Let me go down to movies, right? Again, you can click Netflix. And again, you got your little mouse toggle and all that stuff. You can do all of that. But different websites, you can go incognito mode, but when you go to your websites, and I'll just do this right quick. Let me do let me just see something. You can go incognito mode, and I'm gonna do, look, they even got, I don't know, they got OBS on here. I don't know, but I'm gonna just do ESPN, www.espn.com, right? Oh shoot, I'm using the wrong one. www.espn, right? .com, as you see it right there. You see it right there, right? So, and again, for some of y'all who don't know, Bill Watson passed away. So that's probably going to be a leading story on ESPN.com. So you see the score 29-27, end of the first, stuff like that. And as you see down here, Bill Walton, you see a kicker, Edmonton. This is the time where I love watching hockey, man. This be that time right here. But you see, how it is compared to using this, for certain things. So if I wanted to go over here and the hamburger menu, you see, nobody got time for that. Why not just be able to go over here and do this, right? This is why y'all got to get up off of this. Why not just being able to just go over here and click that hamburger menu, boom, drop it down. You can go into like hockey, right? And let it load up. And then you can get to the news and stuff like that. And so it's real nice. It's a straight little browser. You can't go wrong with it. Yep. Yeah, you can remember it. It will remember. That's why. That's why I be having to go up in here and make sure. But you can also go incognito mode, as you see right there. So yes, it will remember. You can bookmark it. You can do all of that. So like if I wanted to bookmark, you can bookmark up here as well. All right. So it's just up to you whether you want to bookmark and stuff like that. Yep. So you can definitely do it. And then as you see right there, if you want to, you can definitely do it. But play with it and see how you like it. But they give you everything you need though to be successful. Yep. So and you just go from there. Yep. You just go from there. And when you bookmark it, it'll be right there. So pretty solid though. Pretty solid. Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you at the Navy base. So yeah, I mean, it was just a learning lesson for myself. Yup. And talk to the kids. Once I found out, it all made sense, right? It definitely all made sense. And it made me, I was like, all these years, no one actually corrected me and was like, hey man, this is a morning time. We celebrating the life, but a lot of people gonna be mourning. Nobody ever put me to the side. And like she was like, hey man, this wasn't the worst day. Yep. So what's up there, Brad? Yep. So you should be good. No problem. No problem. All right. No problem. So everybody, I'm gonna get ready. I must be getting better. Y'all ain't hear me coughing out one time. So man, that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right. But I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here, guys. I love y'all. I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow. So make sure you have them notifications on. We'll get back into discussion with some of these boxes. Anything I think of, I do got something up under my sleeve. Will I be able to show it tomorrow? We'll see, right? We will see. But I appreciate all of y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all holiday. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Where's she at? Right here, Top Cat. Thank you. Salute to everyone. My phone is right here, but of course, PayPal be tripping. They don't send me no notifications or anything, right? They just don't. But I appreciate everything y'all do. And again, enjoy your night. I know it's work day tomorrow for a lot of us. Make sure y'all get y'all some rest and back to work. Back to work. I will talk to y'all in a little bit, guys. Salute. Salute. Thank you, Top Cat. Appreciate the love. I am out, everyone. Y'all be safe. No, not today, Rich. Heck, I got to work in the morning. I got to work. I'm going up here to watch this game, man. I appreciate y'all, guys. I am out this joint. Salute.